So what we have here is an Ampera with no heating in either EV or internal combustion mode, and we're going to try and fix that by cleaning the filter on the heater matrix. So off we go. First thing we need to do, open the boot and the interior light's on. We need to wait about 10 minutes until that light goes out. Right, interior light has gone out, so now we can disable the 12 volt system. So lift the boot floor, right, and we want the negative terminal off here. So 10mm socket. Lift that off. Okay, right, 12 volt system disabled. So now the door locks won't work, so leave a block of wood so that the boot doesn't lock as well. Right, that's 12 volt system disabled. Right, now a word of warning. During this repair procedure we're going to be getting quite close to the high voltage system. If you make a mistake, you can kill yourself. If you don't know what you're doing and you're not confident, stop what you're doing now and get a specialist. If you want to proceed, then it's at your own risk, and hopefully this video will help you. Right, now for the exciting part. The 12 volt system lockout means that in theory the high voltage system stays disconnected, but to be absolutely certain we need to use the isolator that's hidden in the center console. So open the center console, take the lid out, and the isolator is under there. So you pull that back. Okay, right, there it is there. Now then, before we take that out, we're going to put some rubber gloves on, just in case, and then we'll remove that isolator. And lift that up. That's it. There we go. And there's the isolator. And then put the rubber glove over the top of that, so we don't want anything falling in there. Done. So moving to the front of the car, the filter that we want to remove is hidden down the back of here. So we're going to need to remove this air intake first. So two T30 Torx bolts, and slacken this 8mm hose clamp and this 8mm hose clamp, and the whole thing will lift off. So we'll take that off now. Right, so it's held in place with some rubber hooks at the back, so we sort of lift it up a bit. Take that pipe off there. Just get that pipe there. And once we've done that, the whole thing just lifts away. And here's our task. Right, hidden under there, behind all those cables and pipes, is the filter. I can't even see it. It's at the bottom of, it's on the hose line that goes from the bottom of the two-way valve to the heater matrix. So we're going to have to find a way into there somehow. So to get access, which is down there, we're going to move this high voltage cable out of the way. This is why we isolated things further. So with a bit of gentle persuasion, we can take these clips out, and there's another one down there which I'll also remove, and we can route this cable out the way, and then we should be able to get in to get the filter out. So a little bit of progress. We can now see the filter, which is the furthest thing you can see in the middle, next just to the left of the two high voltage cables. There it is there, illuminated. So I think what we're going to need to do is take this pipe off the top of the two-way valve and and take it and disconnect the other side of the filter down there, and we should be able to get it out. Magic tool time. The access is so restricted. I think you're going to need one of these. They're about £10 on eBay, but it's a coolant hose remover with a cable. We'll give this a try. Right, after a bit of a struggle, I've got one of the clips released, so that's a start. Now this looks promising. The other end of the pipe looks like it's a quick release connector onto the heater matrix. So if we can release that, we should be able to lift the whole pipe out in one unit. So we'll give that a go. Right, looking at this some more, the top connection to the two-way valve is also a quick release, and I think if I take that off, then that will allow me easier access to the quick release on the heater matrix. So I think we'll take that top connector off now. I want to minimise how much coolant we're going to lose, so we'll use a magic clip on here to hopefully cut the losses, and then we'll take the quick release connector off. Well, I guess the term quick release is relative, but that's the top pipe off and no water in and out, so that's good. So now for the next one. And the second hose is off. So now, because we've released the clip at the either end under there, we should be able to lift off the complete hose assembly. It's out with a bit of bark off as well. Right, let's see what this filter looks like. So there's a dirty but not blocked filter, so hopefully cleaning that will fix the problem. We shall see. The filter does actually slide out, so there's a bit of, to get all of the muck out, you need to push it out carefully from the other end. It's very delicate, so don't pull it. So we're going to give that another wash. Right, that looks better. Let's hope it goes back together easier than it came to bits. Now, as a top tip, there's no obvious alignments to how you put this back together, but if you put it together something like that, so it's about 90 degrees twist, that will make it easier to get the pipe back on. Okay. Now, reassembly should be the reverse of removal, but unfortunately the two-way valve sort of fell out of its little rubber clip, and there was no way to get it back in. So I had to remove it as well, and that's done by releasing two 10mm bolts, nuts down there, and then I was able to release the mounting bracket. So that's now off. So hopefully it'll all go back together. Okay. So access is going to be tight for putting everything back together, so the two 10mm nuts that hold the two-way valve bracket on need to fit those first before we start putting the pipes back. Right, so two of the pipes back in place for the two-way valve. So now I've just got to manoeuvre the two-way valve back into position. Right, so the two valves back in position, and the two spring clips are in place, the hoses are in place, the quick release joint on the left there is secure, and the connector is on the bottom, so we just need to put these high voltage cables back where they were, and we should be good. Right, high voltage cables back in position. I think that's everything. So it's strange on a modern car, it seems to go back together quicker than they take to bits. Right, so we'll put this air intake back on and power up the car, and let's see if we fixed it. So air intake's back in place. Now we'll replace the high voltage isolator, and then power up the car. So, inserting the high voltage disconnect, again wearing gloves, and smartly insert. That's that done. Put that back, and we're done. So, just need to power the car back up. Negative lead on a few clicks of the relays. Let's come on, and we'll do up this bolt. So, we've powered the car up. We'll pull in 6 kilowatts, which looks encouraging. That means the heat, and we have warmth. It's fixed. Lovely job.